risking your life for.
I know.
But that's where we're at. And like, as far as movie theaters go, like, they were already struggling in a way.
Right.
Like, the thing that you always hear about is they have to change how, there has to be a change in how movie theaters operate. There has to, in the interaction with the customer. Like, you and I are more than happy to sit down in a movie theater, wait for the movie to come on, and when it comes on, we just get lost in the screen.
Right.
I don't need any amenities. I don't need, all this other stuff that other people like. I just need the movie.
I know. I'll take Eastland at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Give me Rainbow 3,
Yeah, right. I'm there.
Yeah. So, like, it's like one of those things where, like, it fascinates me that, like, this is an industry that's already suffering because, like, a lot of people would much rather watch these movies in the comfort of their home because of the quality of the sound bars, the quality of the televisions, the projections, screens, all this other stuff is kind of going on. It was like my home entertainment center can give me just the same experience as going to the movie theater. Well, I'll disagree with you, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, no,
This is what. So these movie theaters are already scrambling to try to change with the times, quote unquote. And now this hits them,
Right.
So, like, the only thing that's making money for these theaters are event movies, Marvel movies, Star Wars movies, Star Trek movies. Like, it's an event movie that has to be there for them to make money. The average moviegoer isn't going out to see the small. Like, comedies do okay. They don't do great. Like, if I was a movie theater, like, if I got 5 comedies in my theater, I'm like, fuck, that's 5 theaters that are doing nothing.
Right. Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, are we heading toward a world that's like VR in a sense? I mean, like where we have opening day of a movie and we put on our cams and get immersed that way.
I think VR is a long way off, though.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is like, is that where we're heading? Because I mean, like, I don't see. I mean, for me, I don't see the movie industry recovering for years.
No.
I mean, like, and apparently they do too. Because they're putting everything off.
Right.
So what are these movie theaters? What are these movie theaters supposed to do in the next 2 years? Just sit idle?
Well, I mean, let's face facts. Okay, like you're talking about what, maybe a year without paying rent? Like,
Right.
I'm sure that the properties that these theaters sit on, at some point somebody wants paid.
Right.
I mean, the other side of that, though, is like, what are you going to put in there? Like, yeah, I'm gonna kick the movie theater out, but ain't nothing going in there either.
There's gonna be Rossi's going all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. my local AMC theater just turned into a Dollar General.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there is a...
Lowe's just turned into like a Total Recall.
Yeah. Family Dollar Cinemark just became Family Dollar.
Cinema Nine's,
Yeah.
Number 9's Dollar General. Just go on in.
Yeah. Dollar Tree. Welcome to the world's largest Dollar Tree.
Right.
Shit. But yeah, I mean that's the problem though, is it's like, Wonder Woman hasn't been moved yet. Like everything else has been moved by Warner Brothers except for Wonder Woman. Patty Jenkins is very adamant that she wants this released in a theater. That this is the environment that it was meant to be seen in, and I get that, I really do. But it's a situation though where, like, come December 18th when that movie's supposed to come on, who the fuck is going to be standing in line to see it?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, and my concern does become, like, the longer this goes on, the more likely, like, these movie theater companies are going to be going out of business.
Right.
Because there's no income, nothing.
Right. I know. I don't know.
It's as a movie-going fan, this is becoming a frustrating time, because my fear is the industry that I support with my by going to these movies, the movie theater industry is about to go away.
Yeah, big time.
And I'll be stuck having to watch these movies at home. And while that's great, there is nothing that to me ever can reproduce the feeling of seeing a movie that you like Endgame in a theater with other people, and having that moment like when Cap calls Mjolnir to him and having a theater go absolutely crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's like one of those moments that like you don't forget. You remember the feeling, you remember the goosebumps, you remember everything about that moment, and the crowd clapping and cheering because this phenomenal moment's taking place. That can't be reproduced. Like you can't. That's not fun at home.
No, I know. Believe me.
So the whole thing makes me nervous. It really does. Just because of like how much I love that experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the key, is like how much I love that movie going experience. Sitting in the dark theater and enjoying just letting it all go and being swept into the story.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I mean, they're so desperate. They're renting out theaters for like $30.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, one last bit before we dip our toe in the old mailbag.
All right.
A heavily tattooed French school teacher said he was prevented from teaching kindergarten after a parent complained his appearance scared their child. Sven Helene, 35, said the parent of a 3-year-old student at the Dacour Mjolnir Elementary School in Placeau complained their son had nightmares after seeing him. Now, okay, here's the thing. Let me see if I can pull this. Okay, first off, so here's the teacher. Okay, this is a kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
Now, for those who can't see what I just showed Ian, the dude is covered head to toe in tattoos. He's one of those people. Okay. And it's like
those people.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. He's one of those people.
His head tattoo. He's covered.
Yeah, he's covered head to toe, like literally. Like and like what were you expecting?
What are you, striker now? I'm just kidding.
Like, no, honestly, like, I mean, what? Like, I get it. Like, there are social norms. And there are social norms that are being broken.
Yeah.
Especially by people with piercings and tattoos. Okay, but they're like, this guy is covered head to toe in tattoos, and he teaches kindergarten. What the fuck were you expecting? At some point, somebody's got to say, you know what? Maybe this isn't the right job for you. You know, these are children, right?
Right.
Like, I don't care if your body's got covered in Winnie the Pooh tattoos. Like, at some point, you got to say, you know what, man? This isn't a good idea.
Yeah, the forked tongue isn't just doing it.
Yeah. The giant earlobe thing, that's not working for preschool.
QR.
Yeah.
Cue the Norwegian metal band.
Yeah. Oh, that's tremendous.
He scares me. The kid in the back sounds like Ralphie. I just peed my pants.
Like some sort of Norwegian death metal. Okay, children, let's get ready to do the ABCs.
Oh man.
Like, and I get it. Like, I completely get it. Like, you shouldn't be judging a book by its cover, but some covers you got to kind of say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, tone it back down a little bit.
Yeah. Are those removable?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, like, in a position like that, at the age that you're teaching, I mean, I still think almost a full body would be okay. Because, I mean, most of the time you're covered, you might see the sleeve coming out. But, I mean, when you're you're covering your entire face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just society's children are going to find that somewhat scary.
Right.
Even if you're like,
Hi, my name's Mr. Tim.
Yeah, even if you're Sunshine Bear inside. I mean, like, your appearance is showing something different. You know what I mean? Oh man.
And first off, okay, like even if you say, like,
I mean,
okay,
you wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't. It's like putting sloth in front of a bunch of third graders.
Yeah.
Or first graders.
And like the funny thing is, like, okay, like, so, like, let's just say when this guy got hired 10 years ago, he didn't have the full body tattoo.
Yeah.
But at some point, like, if I'm like the superintendent or the principal or something, I'd be like, hey, Bob, how much higher is that neck tattoo gonna get? Because you work with 5-year-olds.
Right.
You are aware of this, right? They're 5. And that's a Lamb of God tattoo you've got there.
Lamb of God.
You know. I don't know how to say this to you, but you might want to stop.
Is that the devil's foot coming out of your ear?
Yeah.
What's happening up there?
Is that a sulfur-covered hoof?
That ain't Mother Goose.
I don't care if
the
it's
three bears actually eating Goldilocks right now? Because that's what it's saying on your forehead.
What do you mean this is all Farajaka?
Right. Oh, man. I know. I know.
Yeah,
I think you have to cater to your audience, right?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Like,
I mean, if that's what your job is.
Yeah.